Welcome acolytes. Today I am reacting and I'm gonna tell a little story why you always should take things written, not even think about taking them at a reward, except with your friends maybe, but even then it's more or less dangerous. So, what I'm reacting to Revs. They tried to channel Hololive and it backfired twice. From Rev says this. Now, don't I think know what? The F actually was there, but hey, it is what it is, it's fine, and I'm gonna find out. But, what was my situation? Well, I had in my job actually a position that they promised me, and I didn't get yesterday. So I actually went like the day, a few good months before, hey, I want it written down in an email. Why? They asked. I said, because a word that's told is worthless if you don't actually bring it to paper. So they said, okay, I'm gonna write you down the email. You do this, this, and this, and it will be fine. And I told, no, it won't be fine. If I get this position, that's fine. If I won't get this position, I want the following things. And I told them what I wanted. If they should decide that the position that I wanted won't be available. I basically got what I wanted at the end. Now there is a gigantic shenanigans about this, but that's actually something for next time. And what did I do? As I said, if I didn't have written it down, I would have actually wasted my time for absolutely nothing. And now at least I don't get the position I wanted, but at least I get a lot of plus things like, you know, extra money, guarantee that I can leave without any negatives, and even if I can sue them, so it is what it is. In Germany, actually in theory your word is worth something, in theory, but in praxis it's a word against word most of the times, and it just doesn't work. So right now I'm actually on the freaking stronger side, but of course it didn't run as I wanted, so it's still shitty, but at least I minimized the damage. That's why you should always write down things. So let's just start with Rev says this, what he has to say about this stuff, and let's start.
So today we're going to look at another very satisfying round of content creators attempting to cancel Hololive members just to see that effort blow up in their own face. So we're going to start off with Narissa Ravencroft, who of course is a member of Hololive English Advent. Recently she made this tweet, a very innocuous one you see a lot of Hololive members make, saying, "English lyricists, both covers and originals, shill your work for me," of course directing people to share their art in the replies. Now this is something we've seen other Hololive members do, and it is a very good opportunity, especially for smaller artists, to show their work, because threads like this will get a lot of attention, and it's a good way to share your work. And
gonna be honest, good idea, really good idea, and a lot of artists that could actually do something with it. That's nice. I mean, you still actually, you do something good and you actually get fame from it. Yes, you get a positive light on you. Yeah, that's all from both sides. Yeah, it's not just a one side benefits overall. No, it's actually both sides benefit from it. Yeah, no, that's nice.
In a space like this, and of course, maybe get the opportunity to work with Hololive. Now you saw plenty of people shilling their art, their music in the replies, doing everything they're supposed to do, getting attention for their work. However, there was this reply right here that would draw a lot of attention. So it said, "Hi, hello," and just shares commission availability for this musician. So what's the big deal? Why were multiple people sharing this reply to me? Well, it took a minute. So I looked at their account. They're a music producer with nearly 15,000 followers. They've been doing this a long time. But then I saw the name Joshua, and then some light bulbs went off. I hope you guys have your member berries, because we're going to be doing a little bit of a nostalgia today, looking at a video I made in August of last year. This is a funny story to tell. I'm glad I can tell it again because it's relevant to today's story. So you can see this old title here. They tried to cancel Hololive and it backfired spectacularly. Basically, a musician tried to cancel the Fuamoko twins from Hololive, and eventually Mory would respond with a non-response, and I'll explain why. So it began, like I said, with the Fuamoko twins, who of course are also members of Hololive English Advent, just like Narissa. So about half a year ago in August, they made this tweet promoting an arc.
Wait, do I remember this? I think, I'm not sure. I think this guy was actually one of the people that wanted Hololive to basically get fucked. I think this is one of the. I don't. Yeah, I think. Yeah, and now he's participating. No,
Competition
I have to be
in
wrong
their community
about this.
for their ruffians, fans of their channel, saying basically they're looking for a jingle for their new streams, and basically it'd be a 10-second long jingle that they will actively use and promote and give credit for in their streams. And I bring this up because it is very similar to Narissa's tweet, where they are giving this voluntary campaign for artists to have an opportunity to promote themselves. Even if you don't win the competition, you can still find yourself on this hashtag that'll get a lot of attention for your work. And of course...
Yep. Even just getting your name out is actually a really high reward for someone that just doesn't have it. It's actually quite nice. So, okay.
Of course, if you win the competition, the exposure that comes with that is insane. But here we have Joshua, yes, the musician from just a minute ago, making this quote retweet with over 300 likes, trying to cancel the Fuamoko twins back in August, saying, "Can't stand seeing big accounts like this fish."
Yep. And what do we learn, acolytes? If you fuck around, you find out. And I'm happy about that. This hypocritical little piece of freaking nothing. If you just, I'm gonna be honest, if he just didn't just do this shit, just don't be a freaking negative piece of nothing just like that. Just if somebody wants to do something good, just don't stand between them. That's all you have to do. You literally have to do nothing. And now, I don't think you get picked. And I'm very happy about that. Because you shouldn't be. You should suffer for the fucking fucked up things you said. And really, my heart, I am jumping for right now. Like, I'm very happy.
For art, music, etc. from fans to be used free of charge. You have the money. Pay a composer directly. Or at the very least, pay the winner a license fee. Credit them for its use while you're at it. Well, first of all, they're definitely going to credit. That's like the whole purpose here. But this is kind of insane to me. There is such a thing as being paid in exposure, okay? Not only shilling yourself on the related hashtag, but getting an opportunity to work with Hololive. Getting this jingle into the Fuamoko streams is an enormous promotion for your content. I have seen artists, whether it's musicians or animators, have their entire career blow up in a good way because they're featured in this sort of way. They're featured in some aspect of a Hololive.
Yes, and yes, there is something like get paid in exposure. Of course, it's always like be wary of it, but yes, there is something like that, and this, especially Hololive, because in the past I actually misunderstood Hololive isn't the bad guy, and that's actually something I basically really strongly misunderstood because I thought they are just the same freaking junk as well all of the rest of the people that actually try to sap out your life out of your money out of your channel for doing basically nothing. But now Hololive is fine. Now I'm a bit more aware of it, but still. Yeah.
Live stream. It is a huge promotion. Over the months, because they're featured in a stream like the Fuamoko twins, you will get millions of eyes on your credited art, whether it's music, animations, whatever. It's a great opportunity. There's also the possibility that some of the people entering this art competition, just wanted to make it for a streamer that they like. Yeah, I know. Imagine that. Imagine being a fan of the community and just wanting to make a jingle because you want to have a special place in their streams. Imagine that. That's crazy, I know. But overall, the most important thing to take away from this outrage here is that they're mad about a voluntary competition. If you don't like the terms, if you don't like the fact that there's no upfront compensation,
as I said, there are just people who just aren't happy about themselves and will do anything just to make other people miserable. And I am happy it backfired on this guy. Or let's just wait if it truly backfired. I cannot be sure for
from Fuumoco or Hololive, then don't enter. Don't do the work. It's as simple as that. I don't understand why you get mad in the first place. However, some people were obviously calling them out for this, and they would reply saying, anyone taking umbrage at this needs to stop for a minute and imagine that it's Elon Musk asking a jingle for Twitter. Okay, I think highly of the Fuumoco twins. I think highly of Hololive and Cover Corp, but I wouldn't exactly compare them to literally the richest man in the world. You know, you're comparing a couple of doggos to a guy who still unironically posts doggo memes on Twitter in the year 2024. Okay, this is apples and oranges here.
Yeah.
But moving on, at the time I took this screenshot back in August of this music producer's account, and you can see listed as a credit in their bio, Mory Kip, who of course, in case you don't know, is from the first generation of English VTubers at Hololive. Now they do this because they have worked with Mory Kip, and here is that project. This was released in February of last year. It is a magical girl transformation animation that she would use at the start of her streams. She would do the magical girl transformation as she was transferring over into the start of her stream, and you'd see the animation was made by this individual, and the music, the background music, was made by the music producer, Joshua, that we've been talking about. Now, of course, people were pointing this out and saying, how could you possibly be going after the Fuumoco twins and attacking them? They are literally working in the same company with Mory Kip that you've worked with. This is insane. Well, people would raise this reply. I forgot how brutal this one was. I can't stand accounts leeching on creators' names. You made 15 seconds of music for Mory. It is like a McDonald's worker proudly displaying that they made a burger for someone. You should pay her for using her name in your bio. Absolutely eviscerated, by the way. Holy hell. But then the musician would reply saying, and Mory was incredibly professional. All Hololive EN creators should follow her example. Very poor choice of words. So about a day later, Mory would have her next stream, and curiously, and probably not too surprising, when she did her transformation animation sequence, it was still there. However, the music had been replaced and the credit is now gone to that former musician, Joshua. Now, this is something that they got right. Hololive EN members are very professional, and they've dealt with countless ridiculous controversies and slander that's been directed their ways over the years, and they've handled it all very well, oftentimes dealing with things in a very subtle but effective way. And this is a great example of that. Mory doused this whole situation without saying a single word. She didn't have to make a goddamn twit longer or a Google Doc like you see VTubers make every time they get in trouble nowadays or have a controversy. And all she did was simply unfollow this artist on Twitter and remove the credit from the animation and replace their music. Simple as that. Handled. It reminds me of how Gargura has handled the countless bouts of controversy and slander she has faced over the years. The best example being anytime Brittany Venti makes a video trying to slander her, and typically in her videos she gives examples of Gargura retweeting etchy artwork of her VTuber model as proof that she's apparently a predator over it. And then you'll see in the coming days after that video will get released, the Gargura Twitter account will retweet those art examples that were provided in the video, which is obviously taking a jab at people like Brittany Venti and their outrage. And it's happened too many times to be a coincidence at this point. It's a very subtle but effective jab. It's professional, but it's also very funny to watch as well. Now, moving forward, you see the audacity, right? You've seen the history behind all of this stuff. Now, here we return to the reply on Narissa's recent tweet from 2 days ago. It seems obvious why people would tag someone like me and think this is the absolutely most outrageous thing you could do, trying to work with another Hololive EN member after trying to cancel another member for a very similar tweet promoting and shilling artwork from some of their followers.
Yep. Imagine being that big of a rat to do this stuff, actually doing this. And you may say, hey, smiling. He learned. He grew as a human being. Why wouldn't you just forgive him and give him a second chance? It's quite simple, little acolyte, because you have to learn one thing. People don't change that often. And if they change, the change comes over years and years and years of extra freaking time invested in actually changing. So, if the guy truly changed, if the guy truly learned from his mistake, then yes, but the chances of being that actually happened are so slim that they are unrealistic. They are so slim that I wouldn't even see them as an option. To be completely honest.
We shall await you here, Master.
And that's why I personally would say the guy didn't change. He comes in and is a freaking rat. And why should you risk your thing, the entire thing, just because of one freaking rat? If you have new people you don't even know if they are rats or not. You don't know if they're gonna backstab you. Maybe they even have some really good things to say about them. Maybe you can get someone way better than this guys. Than this freaking person that you know.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you?
That you know that he's gonna backstab you. Because he already did it. So why should we? Why should we give him a chance and not someone uprising that actually could be a good person? This is my question on you. And think about it.
I dare say your arrival portends another escape.
Just don't freaking support effing criminals. Just don't. Stop it. Show them that there are consequences for their actions.
Thirst for knowledge, I'll admit, 'tis an intrigue.
Just F them. It's so simple.
It's absolutely insane. Completely tone deaf. But now we're going to move on to another member of Hololive. This time, Suisei. Now, she was trending over the past couple of days for a lot of good reasons, because she is doing currently a collaboration with the Idolmaster Cinderella Girls Starlight game, Starlight stage, and this is a very big collab. It's not just Suisei, it's a lot of other Hololive members, and you can see some of the posts promoting Suisei alongside other characters from this franchise, and you can see her official gacha card right here, looking very good, some clean art, pretty much expected from this sort of a collaboration between really respected companies. But moving forward, you have the Suisei Virus Twitter account promoting a screenshot from a related article on the situation. So they say this in the tweet: "Who the F is this piece of shit, and how dare he talk about Sui-chan like this? Who does he think he is?" And this is going to be in reference to a Japanese Pokemon YouTuber. So in the article it says this: "This time the slanderous act against Hoshimachi Suisei was confirmed by Ashiki, a Pokemon YouTuber. Ashiki was criticizing Suisei's collaboration project with the game Idolmaster Cinderella Girls Starlight Stage, and also pointing out that he had made a post that could be considered slanderous against Suisei." And of course that tweet has since been deleted because it was drawing a lot of negative attention. And this is the tweet. It said, "I'm glad the collaboration between Idolmaster and Suisei was rough as expected, because I thought the content was pretty disgusting even as a regular VTuber. I wish they'd give them the ability to turn off the collaboration completely in the game. And if they do turn it on, they'll get jewels or something, like compensation for having to sit through the Suisei collaboration," which is absolutely wild. Now understand, that this tweet is completely out of left field, right? I looked into this account. They are a Pokemon YouTuber, and they also have a VTuber model, but that's what they cover primarily. All their videos are just Pokemon videos. So it's very odd to see someone getting so upset about something that has nothing to do with their actual content, and it's just throwing yourself out there for no reason. It just shows some bitter jealousy. And it's weird because why would you risk this? Because defamation is taken much more seriously in Japan, and this is a Japanese YouTuber, I'm presuming, who lives in Japan and is under those laws. So Cover Corp has made it absolutely no secret that they will go after people for anything that looks like defamation or slander of their talents, and they have reports ready to go on their account. They do not mess around with this stuff. I have no idea why.
And I'm gonna be honest, that's good. It's one thing if you actually have a point, and a very different thing if you're just a medlet just spewing bitterness. And I think it's fine if he actually bleeds for it.
If you refer to changes in the
A very nice thing.
Why this person took this risk by trying to attack this event. Because at the end of the day, if you're Cover Corp, you look at tweets like that and say, yeah, they are a larger YouTuber making a tweet that's basically saying our event is a failure and deserves to be a failure, and also that basically this whole thing shouldn't have been included in the game, and it's a disgrace and it's disgusting. It's not very good. It's clearly something that could hurt some of the success of the game if you want to really take it to that extreme. But that's just something that you have to deal with when you're in Japan. The defamation laws are very, very serious, and that's something we've seen people like Legal Mindset talk about, where they do not play around with that stuff. But again, just pause and reflect for a moment. Was it all worth it? You're getting that mad over this. Who looks at this and gets mad? It's impossible, ladies and gentlemen, or at least I thought it was impossible, but clearly some people are mauling over stuff like this, and I guess it's the internet. People are offended by everything and will risk even defamation lawsuits if it means they can express this anger they have over a collaboration. But that's going to do it for this video. More satisfying examples of content creation.
Well, and I agree. But at the end, good night, acolytes.